Let's do it. Let's see here. 3, 2, 1, and... All right, welcome in, guys. MTG Game State. We're going to look at week, I believe, 3 of spoilers for Ixalan. Should be good. Should be good, because last few weeks, I thought I was a little underwhelmed, and I even said on the record I didn't really care for spoilers. But now that I'm seeing what's popping, bro, I might stand corrected. Shit, you know? So I'm going to show you what's going on. Because, guys, there was a real good reveal on Halloween-ish time. And I think as of today, there's been more stuff. So I'll let you know the stuff that I'm talking about. But let's get into it. All right, Archaeomancer's Map. This is a reprint. This is from the Commander set. And Archaeomancer's Map was a card I was really hyped on. It is kind of expensive, I believe, but let's see. Archaeomancer's Map enters the battlefield. Search your library for 2 basic playing cards. Reveal them. Put them in your hand and shuffle. When a land enters the battlefield under your opponent's control, if that player controls more lands than you, put it on the battlefield from the library in your hand. So this is a nice, like, what is it, land tax kind of ish card. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what we got. This card was making me interested in seeing what it was. It looked like a bat, but I guess it's sorcery. All creatures get -2 until end of turn. If a creature an opponent controls would die this turn, exile it instead. Okay. Okay. Alcazat's laughed as the dark shards closed around Shamil, plunging the core into the unnatural darkness. At long last, his bloody reign will begin. So Alcazat's is the black bat god of this place, and Shamil, like we said, is the sun, and I guess since it's dark, he's a shadow, Shamil's light, he's the sun, so they must be enemies, and it seems like Alcazat's in this card. We'll get a bit closer in. This story spotlight card 2 here, so that means it's highlighting something that goes. Every set has a story. If you go on Magic website, there's people who write story lore, and this is telling us that. This is by Campbell White, follow Campbell, wherever they're posting their art. And it looks like Shamil got eaten up by Alcazat's. Aclazat's, sorry, Aclazat's. That's a little weird. I mean, it's a little weird that he eats them up. Also, we have like a Indiana Jones type character, Quintorius. He's from I'm blanking on it now, guys. He's from the school set. What is it called? You all know it. The Harry Potter set. Strixhaven. And he's kind of on his own adventure right now, being Indiana Jones and shit, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna keep moving. Oh, more cards in other languages. Love to see it. Anim Pakal, 1000th Moon. Okay. Oh, and it's a chick. She's controlling the gnomes. Let's fucking go. Badass art. Here we go. Anditya Dita. Follow them wherever they're fucking posted. Same for Chris Ron. Chris Ron's a classic Magic artist. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, put a +1 counter on this card. Then create X colorless 1/1 gnome artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. X is the number of +1s on this card. So whenever you attack with like 1 or more, like humans, put a +1 on her. Then you get 1 gnome. So this keeps stacking. Or you can put +1s on it already. And we already see some cards I want to talk about. We'll get there, guys. Chill. That's pretty badass. Gotta get that ad blocker. Something I forgot to do because I just was doing a lot of planning, a lot of research. It was a really good day today. So we got a legendary uncommon. Itzquinith, firstborn of Gishath. So Gishath is a huge legendary dinosaur avatar. Looks like it had a kid. Itzquinith, firstborn of Gishath, enters the battlefield. I can't say words. You may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. Here we fucking go. We got some daddy son fucking Godzilla action right here, I guess. I don't know, man. Capybaras, let's fucking go. The chillest animal in the world. We got basking capybara, and it's a creature type. Oh, Lord. Jesus. Descend 4. Basking capybara gets +3 as long as there are 4 or more cards in your graveyard. Permanent cards in your graveyard. Nope. And it's weird, we're seeing capybaras, we're seeing worms in the Braid God reprint, that's nice. In the dinosaur set, that's a little whack. I forget what Descend was. It's a mechanic exclusive to this game, to this set, I mean. Alright, so here's some stuff I wanted to show you. I really like this. Again, Mesoamerican. Guys, get fucking with it. It's not the dino set. Stop that shit. We're highlighting cultures and lore. God damn it. And one of those is, I believe this is like an Aztec Mayan game, where it's like a basketball type game where everyone's just hitting this rubber ball with their hips and from the floor, and you gotta try to get it into the hoop for a point, and there's other rules to that. And they're making a highlight of that right here in the game. I like that. When you're dealt combat damage, the attacking player gains control of contested game ball and untaps it. Let's fucking go. We're already playing a game. Draw a card and put a point counter on contested game ball. Then it has 5 or more point counters on it. Sacrifice it and create a treasure token. That's awesome. We can pass around a treasure token and a draw. Love it. Love it. Some flip cards again. Some dinosaurs at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. Add 2. That's a huge dino ramp. Jesus. And it's got Ward 2. Huge dino ramp. Jade Seed Stones. When Jade Seed Stones enters the battlefield, distribute 3+1 counters among 1 or 2 or 3 creatures you control. Oh, adjusting the audio here. So yeah, now we have these. I gotta do some research on the fungi, on the fungus creatures, but we have the fungus creature types. And I'm a little interested in these guys, you know, because apparently they're powerful beings within the Ixalan underrealms, I guess, you know. So, and right here we got text that says, "It's no good killing them. Then what do we do? Distract them with a tea party." So these things must be invincible or something. Oh. But there's fungus among us, guys. Ooh, Dreadmaw's Ire. It's the 5th ship lost in 3 days. Can't we build them out of something stronger? I think this is making a reference to it's a card, something Dreadmaw. It's a basic vanilla blue card. It's really large mana cost. So we got another rare dino, Trumpeting Carnosaur. When Trumpeting Carnosaur enters the battlefield, discover 5. Discard Trumpeting Carnosaur. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Okay, that's nice. It's nice. So we got a green. There we go. The green god. I've been waiting for the green god. Ogier Koslim, Deepest Growth. And I fucking love this art. Most people don't know this, but you know butterflies? Pretty much, I think the majority of a lot of butterfly species, even a lot of the varieties found in Europe, maybe I'm dumb there, but a lot of butterflies are exclusive to Central America and South America. So, and the butterfly pays, butterflies and snakes are really important in a lot of like Mayan and Aztec culture too, so that is really dope to see. Here's the alt art, Temple of Cultivation. We got monarchs everywhere. Love to see that. What does the god do himself? When he deals combat damage to a player, you may reveal, he When he deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. You may put a creature card and or a land card from among them onto the battlefield, with the rest on the bottom in a random order. Beautiful. Beautiful. So he's a digger. He's gonna help you like loot and get creatures out. You may put a creature and or land from among them on the battlefield. That's dope. There's a 5-drop, and he turns into a land. If he gets destroyed, he turns into a land. You can pay 3 and transform him, but activate only if you control 10 or more permanents. It's green, shouldn't be that hard. That's dope. Oh, here we go. See, there they are. Love that art. Jeez, he's a butterfly. That's beautiful. Clint Lockwood on the art. Guys, follow Clint wherever he's posting his art, please. Love to see it, dude. And Eddie Mendoza on the back of Clint. Let's go. That's some good shit right there, dude. I'm gonna put my low up on my mixer. Oh, man. Okay. So we got to the Green God. Another creature type that they're showing that wasn't in Ixalan previous are cats, like the Leonin. We got Leonin on Ixalan, which is cool. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Love it. Whenever one or more creatures, each with powers greater than its base power, deals combat damage to a player and draw a card. So anything that's like is a 3/3 and has +1 counters on it, you get to draw a card. Love it. Zoyowa, Lava Tongue. We got goblins. We always had goblins, but this is a weird goblin. Game of your end step, it may descend. If you descended this turn, each opponent may discard a card or sack a permanent. And it deals 3 damage to each opponent did it. That's mean. That's mean. And it kind of requires a lot of descending, which is a... I wish they had some reminder text on descend. Saheeli is also for some reason on Ixalan, doing her thing. It's crazy. I'm looking for some cards that I like to see, guys. Let's see. Quixil's Flanker enters the battlefield. Choose 1. Put +1 on Quixil's Flanker for each creature that left the battlefield under your control this turn. So anything you blink or if it dies, put a +1 on them. Or you can gain 2 life, scry 2, or exile target player's graveyard. That's okay. Skeletons you control get +1, have haste. Love it. There's a black-green 3-drop enchantment from the D&D set that creates skeletons, so this is great. When Corpses of the Lost enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 black skeleton pirate creature token. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return Corpses of the Lost to its owner's hand. You descended if a permanent card was put into your graveyard from anywhere. So I guess descend is a new evergreen keyword where anything that has descend is going to check if you have anything in your graveyard put somewhere during your turn or any turn that it's checking for. So if you decided this turn, you pay 1 life. And if you do, return it to its owner's hands, you can play it again. That's okay. Alright, we got an artifact looking like a gnome. Okay. Fabrication Foundry. Add 1 white. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact source. Love it. Pay 3, tap. Exile 1 or more other artifacts you control with total mana value X. Return target artifact card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to battlefield. Okay. Blue Gnome, here we go. Cogwork Wrestler enters the battlefield. Target creature opponent controls gets -2. Years of adventure and adversity on the open seas did not prepare Brog for the humiliation of losing a sparring match to a Cogwork doll, less than half his size. That's what I'm saying, bro. Ooh, we got golems too. We got gnomes and golems. It's okay. Thousand Moon Smithy. See what does he do? Game's already done. When Thousand Moon Smithy enters the battlefield, create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness, or each equal to the number of artifacts you control. And he can flip if you tap, turns it into a land. Whenever you cast an artifact or creature spell using mana produced by Barracks of the Thousand Create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of artifacts and or creatures you control. Beautiful. The spirits in Ixalan are called echoes, and echoes are basically spirits that are connected to items, like physical items, maybe something they wore in their past life. I think that's really dope. So I think we left off at Caprocti Sunborn last episode, but they've added some more cards. So Iceberg Invertido, Quando Iceberg Invertido, and Shara no Campo de Batalla. I'm not gonna read that, sorry guys. This Swift, oh, Lightning Greaves reprint, beautiful. Okay. Tarion Soul Cleaver. Equip creature has vigilance. Love it. Whenever another artifact or creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put +1 counter on equipped creature. Okay. You may have it tapped as a copy of any land. That's pretty dope. Copy any of your lands comes in tapped. And you know, guys, I want to get into, I'm going to skip ahead a bit because I want to show you the thing I was trying to talk about. This guy's cool. It's Shamil the Inner Sun, we went over him. But I want to show you something. And we'll get into more of the spoilers I missed of the non-Universes Beyond cards. That's what I'm trying to get, is the Universes Beyond. So Universes Beyond is a set within a set. They're called insert cards now. Or like insert sets or something like that. And they're basically, you know, sets within the set. For Brothers War, it was Transformers. You can get those Transformer cards in set boosters and collector's boosters. I think they're in draft, but very low pulls. And now we have Jurassic Park, everyone's favorite movie. If I could find these damn spoiler cards. Probably last, best for last. No, the lands? Are they up front? Am I just goofing? Or is it a set? It's its own set, probably. So we're gonna have to go to the front of the page, I think. Lost Caverns of Ixalan variants, Fallout, SL, no. Just go to the spoilers main page. It's weird, I could have sworn they showed you. Cause I did see him and I was sad I was gonna get to him. See who comes up in related. So, this is one, everyone's favorite scene. You know this, Samuel Jackson gets fucked over by Newman from Seinfeld. You didn't say the magic word over and over again, and Samuel Jackson realizes, oh goddamn, we are fucked. He always has that kind of moment. In a lot of early films he was in, he was always the guy who kind of finds out like, oh, we're fucked. He's in a movie called Sphere. He plays a really good role in that movie, actually, Sphere. I'd recommend watching that film. So that was one of the cards, and it's counter target non-creature spell. Your opponents can't cast non-creature spells this turn. That's great. Another one we got was Swooping Pteranodon. And it is basically, this looks like it's more just from Jurassic World, or maybe even from like the last recent Jurassic Park movie. It's kind of like a theme park, they got the thing on. I don't know, it doesn't look like Jurassic Park 1 or 2, or even 3. But it has, whenever Swooping Pteranodon or another dinosaur flying enters the battlefield under your control, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains flying and haste until end of turn. At the beginning of the next end step, target land deals 3 damage to that creature. So he swoops you up, picks you up, puts it on your head, and kills you. What a good guy. But I could have sworn we had more spoilers. We'll keep it for next segment. How about that? I'll get it collected. Oh, here we go. We got exclusive lands for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Jurassic Park set. Love that. Love that. Wow, love that. We got Polyraptor reprint. Love to see it. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. So Grim Gigantosaurus, he's probably from the bad guy from Jurassic Park 4, I think. When he becomes monstrous, destroy all artifacts and creatures other than Grim Gigantosaurus. And monstrous is an ability you pay later on after casting the spell, where it's 10, so it's 10 plus mana cost, and this costs 1 less to activate for each creature with power 4 or greater your opponent's control. So if they have 4 power cards, that's 8. Boom, already 8 less. Love the value. Love to see it. Thanks for being here. So we got some Jurassic Park themed stuff. I just think it's sick. Jurassic Park was a great movie. I know we were all like, I don't like crossovers in my Magic, but guys, we gotta give it a shot. Come on. Walking Dead, I was also a little put off on. You know, same for Fallout. But I like where we're at now. The new flashy era, bling era, crossover, sellout era of Magic. Baseball card, football card era, I've been calling it. You know, I've been joking, memeing, talking shit, but I wholeheartedly welcome it because we got great cards. And so now, in my last couple episodes of this segment, we explained Project Booster Fund. That's gonna be next year, where we get rid of set boosters and combine them with the draft boosters. But basically, we're gonna say in set, in collector's boosters, there's sets within the sets. So there's Ixalan, and then there's the Jurassic Park Universes Beyond insert set, and then there's another insert set called Special Guest, which takes reprints from Magic's history and gives them badass arts. And then there's also still the list, which is another insert where it would have the little Planeswalker symbol here, and that's just general reprints of commons or uncommons or whatever. So in booster packs, you have the main set, and then 3 subsets we'll be fucking pulling from. That's gonna be very interesting. So I just wanted to point out why Mephidros Vampire's here for all the old heads who are like, why the fuck is he here? What's this? There you go. Special Guest, insert set. It's called insert set. And I just wanted to look at Cresting Mosasaurus, an 8-drop, 2 blue, Emerge. And now Emerge, again, that's why when I was opening the Brothers War pack, the ability prototype, it reminded me of Emerge, which was an Eldritch Horror, or Innistrad Eldritch Moon mechanic. And Emerge is like an alternate casting cost where you can cast this spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the Emerge cost reduced by that creature's mana value. So it kind of gives you half of the creature's mana cost if you do a workaround. I like stuff like that. So I think I want to save some more spoilers for us. We'll get into week 4 or 5 of spoilers. How about that? Until the set comes out. Because we got a lot more stuff we could talk about. I mean, look at what we're already looking at now. I'm giving you guys too much. And let's see how long we've been packable, and I'll get into my little spiel with you guys about the Gnomes of Ixalan. In last stream, I was thinking, since I was seeing a lot of mushroom iconography in the, because Ixalan's a Mesoamerican, indigenous like people themed set. They really leaned on a lot of the themes of like Latin America and, you know, their ancient origins and stuff. So a lot of Mesoamerican culture is referencing the set more than previous Ixalan, where it was just straight dinos and like conquistadors and stuff like that. We're going straight more into visiting more tribes from Ixalan that we haven't seen that were hidden underneath the earth, because it's a hollow earth theory in Ixalan. So that's really cool. I'm muted? Okay. So when I saw on the rares the mushroom iconography, and I'll get into that in my little spiel here. I was like, man, why are there gnomes and why are there mushrooms? Are they talking machine elves? Are they making a machine elf, a Terrence McKenna weird psychedelic reference? Or are they, because all the psychedelic community stuff comes from, honestly, a lot of the Mesoamerican culture of people who took like ayahuasca or mushrooms. That's where all those things come from, is from like Central and South America. And the people, indigenous people you know, that's their medicine and their culture. So I was wondering, like, are we getting little flavors there with the gnomes? They're looking like machine elves. I'm seeing mushrooms. But I learned, no, I'm just a dumb stoner. So don't reach, guys. Don't think people are doing things because they're high and they're inspired, you know. I look like an idiot now. But I made a cool PowerPoint to explain that for y'all. And I think it's gonna be really fun. So I'm gonna load it up. We're gonna switch scenes for you. Full screen here. So, welcome in everybody, Gnomes of Ixalan. Glad to be here, glad to have you. So, the Gnomes of Ixalan. Why are gnomes in the dino set? The community? Or really just smoke packs me? That's a really great question we'll get into right now. So, like I said, where I was coming from, the little iconography on the side for the showcase frame of the gods, all of them have the little mushroom motifs. I'm telling you, that's a little nod to the fungi of Ixalan, because there's fungi, fungus creatures, saprolings, as we know them in Magic the Gathering. So I think there's subtle nods to saproling creatures from the world, because they probably have something to do with the gods, and then also just generally, I'm telling you guys, I'm there with that stoner thought, please. And then the gnomes, see the gnomes look machine-like. I really personally thought we were getting a machine elf vibe, and I'll get into that. So, and I wanted to also point out, in Mesoamerican culture, it's not just Native American, it's Central South American, even parts of North America, like that are part of America, or the United States, like Mexico, California, and the Sonoran Desert. There's indigenous people, and they all have beliefs, okay? Welcome to the world. And I thought these gnomes, like the gnome creature type in Ixalan, was a reference for the Aztec Chanake, or Wohican Chanake. Wohican Chanake. Sorry guys, I gotta really try here. And they're basically just legendary creatures that are these tiny spirit-like beings, and yeah, they hold connections to elemental forces. I thought that's where we're kind of getting with these guys, but they're more constructs than they are elementals and devices for elementals. But Chanake also has other variants, of little people or little spirits, and one of them was the Duende when I was doing my research, which is a humanoid figure in folklore. But again, I don't think they were going for this as a gnome in Ixalan because it's more robot. But I just wanted to see if there's any ties to you know, Central and South American and Latin American culture of gnomes, basically, to get some bearing of where I was going. And my original idea was basically the N,N-dimethyltryptamine, DMT, which is a chemical. It's a psychoactive chemical that people do research on. One of the famous people in the 90s who took these substances on mushrooms, if you take high amounts of mushrooms, they say you get, this guy Terrence McKenna, basically, him and his brother helped pioneer psychedelic mushrooms in the hippie world of the 90s off of doing research from Gordon Wasson, who was a famous man from before their time, Terrence's time even, who discovered the psychedelic mushroom doing research in Central America. But basically, Terrence, you know, tripped out a bunch, and he's always famous. A lot of people, there's a lot to Terrence, but a lot of people really hone in on the psychedelic tripping part where he talks about machine elves and how he gets in the DMT state and sees these entities, and they almost pick on him, but also help him, and it's just something these people in the psychedelic community all kind of have their own weird thing on. It's another spiritual experience, you know. People in the Bible have their own spiritual experiences. These guys have theirs with their drugs. And I thought, okay, are we getting really heady here? Are we really about it? But no, again, preface this, I'm a stoner. We're not. So, Ixalan's gnomes are constructs that are tools, and they're powered by a thing called Cosmium, which the tribe, the Oltek, who are one of the new tribes of Ixalan, who are actually the forerunners of the Sun Empire. They stayed back in the Earth, in Hollow Earth. They use Cosmium from Chamil, the Inner Sun, which is the sun inside of Ixalan in the Hollow Earth world, and use it to create these gnomes. And the gnomes basically are just honestly constructs that help them do shit, and they are powered with Cosmium. And Cosmium, if you go to the MTG wiki, it's a new mana source. So like on, let's say we were at Kaladesh. Kaladesh had energy and like that blue mana stuff. Well, Ixalan's is Cosmium, except it won't have the energy ability. And it's a pinkish purple mineral found in the core of Ixalan, and boom, there you go. Also, though, again, I just wanted to bring up the Oltek are again new humans in this plane, and they're forerunners. They're living ancestors of the Sun Empire, the people who are like the dinosaur bros. And yeah, they basically are the guys who are really in charge of the Cosmium. They're the Cosmium plug, okay? Ooh. And finally, the real answers. You guys thought I was just gonna bullshit off of some wiki shit? No, there's always real answers on Mark Rosewater, this man, his Blogatog, which is a blog on Tumblr. You can always ask him questions, and he will respond. I've asked questions about stuff about Magic, and he responds. It's the thing he does. So the real answer is, so someone asked, Rhino Prodigy asked, maybe I'm missing something, but why are the constructs on Ixalan gnomes? When we were looking for a creature type for the artifact creatures and this is Mark's answer. When we were looking for a creature type for the artifact creatures in Vision design, back before Ixalan was the setting, we chose Gnome as a fun artifact creature throwback. When the set became Ixalan, they examined other options and decided Gnome worked. So basically, they wanted to bring Gnomes back in as a creature type for fun in a standard set. And when Ixalan came into development, they decided, there you go. It is what I read. And on MTG Wiki, again, we love to go into it. In the gnome creature type, if we were to go down, there are different types of gnomes and all the different types of planes. And it says right here, gnomes didn't exist on the surface of Ixalan. Ad blocker we need. Gnomes didn't exist on the surface of Ixalan prior to the opening of the core. Within the core, they are used by the Oltek. Oltek gnomes are small creatures with jointed bodies formed from various kinds of metal. Each has a single glowing eye and a range of colors. So in a way, kind of like machine elves, but less psychedelic and more you know, themed for the set and the land. You know, like the thematic themes of the set. Okay. So that's my spiel for today, guys. That's my PowerPoint.